Welcome back, you guys. It's Rick, and what I wanted to talk about today is something that's crucial to understand in order for you to create the healthy habits that you need to have in order to reach any goal that you may have. So obviously we talk a lot about consistency, we talk a lot about persistence, so doing small habits over and over and over and over and over again. And we also talk about listening to people who have what you want. And this is where the water gets muddied up just a little bit. So depending on who you listen to, each successful person has a different habit pattern that they follow that gets them good results. So an example I can give you is somebody like a Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos only sleeps about 4 hours a day, and he wakes up early in the morning to get things done, and he's going pretty much all day. That's his success habit, and that's what works for him, getting a small amount of sleep, patterning out his day accordingly, and then just going until everything gets done. And that's how he reaches the levels of success that he's had. But just because that's his pattern of success does not mean it needs to be your pattern of success. And here's what I mean. One of the common denominators that a lot of successful people will tell you is that they don't sleep very often. They tend to get up early in the morning because they feel like, well, if I get up 2 hours earlier than everybody else, then I have X number of hours more than anybody else does to work on goals, which is setting me apart from everybody else. Okay, that may be true. But there are also successful people out there that don't do that, that wake up at 6, 7, 8, and then they go to sleep at 9 or 10, and they have this sleep pattern like average everyday people do, yet they still reach the levels of success that they have. So what you want to understand about these two different tales is each person's level of success is based on what they believe works for them. So you might have somebody who spends 4 hours sleeping every day, and then they spend 20 hours working, and they get a lot of stuff done. But on the flip end of the coin, you might have somebody that sleeps regular hours, they get 8 hours of sleep, and they're still getting a lot of stuff done. The difference is both of those people, they found out what their patterns of success are and what works for them, and they follow them. You don't necessarily have to go with the I'm going to only sleep 4 hours in order to get this level of results. That's not true. You're different from that person. So if you're somebody who you need your 8 hours of sleep in order to be productive, then be that person. You want to understand that the habits you create for your success are based on you and what works for you. Just because it works for you doesn't mean it works for somebody else, and just because it works for somebody else doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So you want to find out where you thrive. And when you find out where you thrive, you want to morph those patterns and those habits to best fit where you thrive, because that's how you get the success. Some people are night owls, and they'd much rather work at night than they would in the morning. Some people are morning people, and they'd rather work in the morning than they would at night. It doesn't really matter what that pattern of success looks like. You just want to find out which one works for you, and then you want to mold your daily habits based on that. So I wanted to clear that up because I know that there's a lot of confusion about, well, should I be only sleeping 4 hours, or should I be waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and what exactly should I be doing? You should do whatever works best for you. And when you find that pattern, stick with the pattern, keep consistent and stay persistent, and you're going to reach those goals that you have. So I wanted to share that with you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.